Yo, so gonna go over today's price action. Um, today was Wednesday. No, today was Thursday. Let me open up today. Wait, Thursday. Yeah. So today we had 8:30 news, 9:45, and then Jackson Hole. This one as well. So biggest takeaway from today, pretty much, we had FOMC minutes yesterday. So leading into that red folder news, we had a big drop. Tuesday, Wednesday, huge, voluptuous, or whatever that word is, voluptuous drop. And then today we pretty much chopped around, but I'm gonna show you my trade, uh, along with the best trade for the day. I already made a video on it in the educational videos playlist, but I'll still go over it for the sake of today. So we start on the 4-hour chart, right? I'll go ahead and show where I made my mistake as well. So 4-hour, 1 hour, 15.5. Right. So we start on the 4-hour, and right, bam, go to that. Yeah, perfect. So 4-hour looked bearish, right? Pretty obvious. Looks like we're just gonna go lower. All right. Then we drop down to the 1 hour, and the 1 hour also looks bearish. The only thing we have is if we take this low, then we're gonna have weekly cycle up, which is chill because we need to confirm it, right? Without a confirmation, it's nothing. So then that's 5 a.m. Then there's 6 a.m. We sweep the low. We have this candle. This is the failure swing up, right? Pretty ugly of a failure swing. I'm not gonna lie. Well, this is the down failure swing. So technically, what this is telling us right now is that here's the failure swing, right? This one swept it, so this one can get returned to, but this one can get returned to, but really shouldn't. But look what happened next candle. So that pretty much denies the whole idea of, the weekly cycle. Like, the weekly cycle isn't that valid because the failure swing got reswept literally on all three assets. So nothing there, and this is ADM. So to go down to the, okay, wait, what does that mean? That means we're bearish because we have no weekly cycle to go higher. And then we're going down to the 15. We had a daily cycle yesterday, uh, two daily cycles yesterday on the PM. Wait, no, only one right here. And then other than that, we didn't really have anything else. Other than, this one touched New Day, but London was never traced back to. So we got no manipulation. So here is 9:30, right? 9:30 ran higher, and the 15-minute. Okay, so we had the 4-hour, right? 4-hour was bearish, 1 hour was bearish. Now 15-minute. 15-minute, of course, looks bearish to go to the lows, but there's no entry point here. That's the big takeaway. So the only entry point is possible is this fair value gap right there. So then next candle hits it right here, and then just comes back into the range. Which there was a decent setup, but this would be a very micro scalp to take it from that gap to down to here. But this would require you to pretty much take this trade right here, which still pays pretty damn well, but it would be a super scalp because 10 o'clock was coming up, and 10 a.m. news, right? And if we're realistically, if we're bearish on the day, we don't want to leave right there. We want to target those lows. But if you're following the 3RR rule, then you would leave. But I want to get like the main move on the day. So we chop, chop, chop. Eventually having 10 a.m. news, which would be right here. And then the news flings us higher. We hit true day. We hit new day opening gap. Come lower, manipulate back into it, and then have our final move down into the lows of the day and sweeping AM session. So then obviously returning back to the range. So all in all, today was pure accumulation. We created a range within the range, and then we just sat in that range the whole time, broke out of it once, simply because of this, and that's it. So we were just sitting still, not really doing anything. And tomorrow, don't really expect much either, but if I see something, I'll still take it. So the entry for today was, I have to open that up real quick. So that trade for today was right here. So I took a buy in the 1 minute. I'll show you guys that real quick. So it was at 9:43. Right. So here was that. Wait. Here was this low, right? Um, I'm gonna just show you guys exactly what I saw. Perfect. So we were looking at the 5 minute like this. Um, this candle wasn't placed in yet, so we were pretty much looking at this right here. And I saw, okay, we have like an ugly 90 minute. Maybe the Dow's going to turn around this candle. And I pretty much was like, okay, 8:30 manipulation, 10 a.m. expansion. I want 10 a.m. candle to expand higher because I want to see us retrace into new day opening gap or have some kind of retracement. And that right there was my mistake because if I look at this, right, I can't go against the higher time frame bias. Higher time frame bias is 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour and 1 hour are both bearish, right? So if I'm saying we need to retrace, I'm going against the higher time frame bias. So in this case, the correct thing to do was literally to wait until right there and then take the short as it aligns with higher time frame bias. And the perfect trade for today, in my opinion, was an entry up top over here, all the way down. And if you entered on the PSP, like right here, this PSP, I got swept. Or one of these probably was a PSP. No, it wasn't, but you entered here and held it to the low. That would be the trade of the day. Anyway, the exact candle I entered on was what you guys just saw, 9:45. Okay, and so I saw this one right here, and I was like, all right, this is a pretty good entry. I wanted to enter that one, but I didn't simply because I was like, all right, I saw the micro, right? Here's the micro. But I was like, I want to see more. I'm just going to let it finish chopping because we have news at 10 a.m. So then this candle right here, which was 9:41, we created that low. And this next candle I saw was drag lower, and I entered right there. And so I entered into it. Stop loss was at this low because I just want to see us have, like an SMT with the Dow, bam, bam. And so then obviously, whatever, up here on the take profit and slammed at 9:45. So pretty much got chopped. Well, not really chopped. Higher time frame chopped. Lower time frame just running back and forth, and that was it. So here was the L 42. It took a buy, got slammed right away, and not the best week for sure. I'm not doing too sweet, but let's see. Yeah, we're 350 away from losing the account. So tomorrow would be definitely MNQ. So gonna be on the micro for sure. Alright, micro. And then 5 cons. So pretty much half of what today. Well, actually no, because it's 300, so I need, let's see, 6. Because 6 times 5, $3. $3 times 100, because 100 takes stop loss is 300. And if I win, I'll have like 3.2 RR for 1K. So if I win, I'll get my balance all the way back up to just break even, right? And then from there, it'll be chilling. Or if not, then I'll take the L, and then I have one more XFA to replace that one, and then I'll have a full set of 5 again. So we're chilling, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And I'll see y'all later.